Well, we're not going to be doing that yet. Might be doing that later today. But today's problem is this car. It has this is a straight drive car. There's none of that paddle on the steering wheel junk or anything. So that means since we're in Americans, we have this clutch device down here, which isn't clutch. It is annoying. So I got in it the other day. I put the key in it, nothing happened, and then I found it's relatively common. And there's a switch up in there, and it'll bite you. So you're supposed to depress the clutch. Now, if I had not have seen that little indicator up here that said clutch, depress clutch cable, I would not have probably would not have noticed it. I would have figured it out sooner or later. You know, why does my BMW not start? But up under here is a switch, and I'm getting ready to dig in there and find it. And I think I have enough other straight drive cars. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So old British cars. I think I can swing it to try to remember my, what do they call it? What do people call memory muscle? I think that I will do this, but you know, you got to do this at your own risk, because this is one of those cars, I think, that when you crank it, it'll crank until it starts. So if you leave it in gear, you're gonna be in real trouble. So loving my cup holder. That's working out just dandily there, swimmingly. So let's dig all this stuff off. Airbag. Oh no, not an airbag. Well, let's find out what's under there, because I'm going to have to get under there and do that switcher. It's going to strand me. Okay, so 3 screws came out, and then you pull this down, and you got your OBD2 plug. I didn't know there was a speaker down there. I guess there is. And then there's your courtesy light. And then let's get all that unplugged, I guess, and then we'll see from there. Just 3 Phillips screws. I was kind of surprised. I was expecting reverse torques and all that other mess. Alright, I got the light one out. It's got a little bit of a, just let the memory serve there. It's got a little bit of a clip on it. The speaker one has a little bit of a clip. This has this blue dodgy slidey thing. You press this and it comes out, but I found that I needed to get behind these little wings right here with my little screwdriver that's messed up that I love, and slip the whole blue thing off. And interesting little device there. And goes on that way. It says amp on that side. So it does have an up and a down, and it'll be obvious when you put it in. So then you can pull this out, and that's your OBD2, so be mindful and careful of that. What else is up here that's holding me? I don't think anything. Alright, so there that is. Now, the other thing was, I got to remember this, is this thing squeaks like the devil when the steering wheel goes up and down when you get in and out of it. So I got to try to fix that. Okay, let's put all this stuff over here out of harm's way. And let's see if I can find that. There's a U-joint there. Alright. So I don't see. Oh, there we go. Where is that thing? Well, let me look around, see if I can find a good opportunity to lubricate all of this. Well, I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be that hard either. So I don't want to pull this airbag thing out, but I guess I'm going to have to go get something and try. Golly, I was hoping it'd just be up in there by pulling that out. I don't see anything at all. So it must be higher up. Okay, that's all I got. These under the dash videos are so chalky, but there's some T30 bolts here and here. I've got the battery disconnected and I've got this on, and there might, well, that seems a little bit more loose. Alright, if I find something else I'll let you know, but there's something else there I can tell you. Wondering where this silly switch is, and it's so easy to find, it's kind of ridiculous. It's just right there. it's just right here. So I don't know. I was looking all up. I'd seen the videos on all the places where they hid and everything. So goodness gracious. On another note, when I change the fuel filter, I have to keep beating hell out of that ring back there, and I gotta check engine light for low tank pressure, and a gas cap warning. It's on the other side. German car. It's on the right side generally. So anyway, I got a new gas cap coming anyway because it's never had one. So I'm just going to kind of make sure. But I had to beat that ring 5, 6, 7 times. Well, let's put this sucker in. We'll see. We'll see what it's like. All right, I'll get it out. I'm not going to show that. There's enough people to show it. You just kind of unplug it and unclip it and clip it back. And then I can put my speaker and my OBD thing and get my courtesy lamp back like that matters to me. But there's the clip for the OBD2 connector. So let's get this thing changed. It's starting to fail more and more, so this is the right time to do her. Gosh, it's hot. I kind of forgot about this. So when you put your OBD2 plug back in, you got to push it down till it snaps, and then that blue slider will go in. Don't just rest it there. There's actually connectors down in the kick panel above your toes. So the slider won't go in until you push the OBD2. It goes click, and then you'll see it recess about this far, and then you can slide that blue connector in. It's pretty obvious which way it goes in. I just want to make sure I mention that too, because that can be aggravating. Well, I was all set for battle. So this thing, you just prise it right here, and it basically just falls out. There's a little lip right there, and you just prise on it, comes out, and then you get the plug out, and you get a pick, and you go in this little hole right here, and I use some hemostats, and it just fell right out. Purple's on the left. Okay, so all of this for that. Okay, now you got to remember, if you don't have this thing functioning right, your cruise control will also foul up on you. So let's see. I know you can't see anything, but okay, we're going to look for the purple on the left. Okay, and they are kind of offset, so it should get a click. Click. And then it just goes click again. And is that all there is? Okay, that was a whole lot easier. No airbag out, no nothing. So we're gonna call that one quits. I mean, put everything back together again. I'm not gonna show a put everything back together again thing. Oh, my back. Okay. All right. Well, that was far easier, other than finding that little hole right there to punch to get the plug out. Now you'll notice too that the pins are kind of low down in there. They're toward my hand, if you can see them. And so just remember that when you put it back in. But I got a good health. Oh, it's got a little keyway right here too. So it clicked in just fine. I guess that's a Hall's effect or some kind of magnetic switch or something. And it's a let's go out here in a little bit more light. I usually don't say that, but my eyes are full of sweat. PA 6.6. Looks like a GF15/M25. Tyco, oh boy, they make slot cars too. So it can't be all bad. Okay. And there's more numbers there, but you can just find it. Wow. Okay, out here in a little bit more light. So it's that's too much light for me. GF15-M25 P, looks like PA 6.6, made by Tyco. Oh boy, they make slot cars too, so it can't be all bad. It says BMW right there on it, 101005, and whatever those numbers are there. You just look it up and find it. It was like 57 bucks or something, 60 bucks. So I'm not gonna show put it back together again video. So it's been weeks, so all that trouble for nothing. I was about to pull the airbag out because that's what I thought everybody else was doing. Okay, well, thanks for watching and spending time with me, and we'll catch up on the next one. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, de.